Tonight on Hipstar Tonight. Now available on iTunes. Purchases now online at hipstar.ca. The original 1-800-NEED-A-GIMMICK.com. Please send your contributions to the Heart and Soul Foundation. It is tonight. Tonight on Hipstar Tonight.
Jump off the balcony.
Carmen's in fucking bodybuilding, so I'm not stealing. I'm taking his fucking gimmick.
Tuesday.
Because I'm...
Two for Tuesday.
Are you hearing me?
Well, yeah, I heard you.
Fucking ignorant, man.
May 30th, 2017. Yesterday, did we go too far? Did I expose myself too much?
Yeah.
Did I?
Yeah.
I was very close to the heart.
Oh, fuck, bud. You got some heat, man. That's all I've been hearing about for the past hours is you fucked up in front of, and you were an Ontario representative, and you fucked up in front of Vampiro. Are you talking about the same heat that I'm talking about?
I don't know. It was close to the heart.
You don't want to hear it, man. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Be belligerent.
I didn't mean anything bad, and I think that every time he goes on to one of those innocent workers, they never actually mean it. Nobody means to cause any harm, and I didn't mean to offend or cause harm to anybody when making that episode. Honestly, I was frantic. My anxiety rose higher than it's ever been in years, and I felt the need to express myself. I don't have that mountain. Nobody does. Nobody can afford it in my generation. Why? I had a microphone, and I used that, and I wanted to use that, and that was my motive. Glad my friends were there beside me. They stuck out.
I'm going to say this once. Okay. I'm going to say this once only. To the men and women who broke their back before us.
Okay.
I'm talking the Derek Wilds. I'm talking about Angel, Eric Young, the fucking men and women that came before us who would fucking stab you in the neck if you pulled that shit. That's just what I'm sick and tired of. People like you take the fucking business for granted. People like Reese Greenway buy a pair of shit fucking weens and go out there and wrestle on the weekend and want to wave to their mom and their audience. Because those people and people like you, Hipstar. Well, you know, one time you had the fucking cutting edge, but you don't have it anymore. Now you're just a fucking lazy fuck out in Parkdale doing shitty shows, you know, and embarrassing Ontario in front of Vampiro, and then the audacity to fucking sit there and say that you have a right, like you have a microphone, and this is you know, oh, I fucked up, so sorry. Like you do time and time again on this podcast. It's a fucking bad reflection on me. It's a bad reflection on Ontario. Yeah. And what I think you ought to do is call up Danger Boy Derek Wild and tell him what the fuck, you know, oh, I just fucked up, and put him on this show and see what he has to say.
Tough. That would be tough to have to face that noise. But if that's what responsibility means, that's the definition, then I'm going to have to lick my wounds, sign that tape, cut my ankles, and say, yes, sir. I'll do it again, sir. Anything you need. I'll take it all in. That's an interesting perspective from you. And I really respect the honesty. Man, coming from you, that's why I have you on this show, because you tell me when I'm wrong, and there's no way I can get out of this. So whatever.
No. Yeah, you're done. You're done.
Okay, well... Yet it's relieving to know, though, especially in show business and wrestling, that no matter how wrong, how much heat you get, there's always going to be somebody out there sucking more than you, ruin wrestling more. So that's kind of reassuring.
Well, the thing is, Hipstar, you know, the thing is, like, you're looking at getting blackballed.
Oh, wow.
I mean, if you understand that, then that's great that you understand that, but it doesn't make the situation right.
It doesn't
make the fact that, you know, somebody else is fucking shittier than you that is wrestling up north somewhere for Thorn. You know, none of it matters.
No, nothing else matters, and I kind of live that life commonly. Not like... don't give a fuck, because that verges on the field of disrespect. Because I don't disrespect. I'm honest, alright? I only tell you my truth honesty. Except for when you're a Vampiro, because I can't look you in the face and not mark out. That's me. And I wanted to impress. You know, I could never impress my father. Maybe I could get one out of you. Do you have any kids? Do you want one? Well...
Vampiro talking about Carter Mason, Tyson Duke, the best match he's seen in the past 15 years.
Yeah.
He
just raises both their hands.
That's mind-blowing.
Gets in the ring.
I just watched him on Bloody Mania, fucking the Juggalos show.
Right? And here he is.
Yeah, Vampiro against Cole Cabana. To me, listen. I don't hold, and no disrespect to Vampiro, but I don't hold the same amount of respect for him in which you do. I don't care about his shows, and I don't care about him as a worker. I don't think he's that good.
A bit of a nihilist, because there's not much you do care about. That's just you, okay? And people have to learn to not take offense to that. I respect your perspective.
Well, I'm trying to do business, and it's got nothing to do with respect. I at least show up to the venue with my gear.
Yeah, fair enough, right? Yeah. And then one thing that you can't deny is that man especially is a very talented wrestling commentator. He's everything that wrestling needs in commentary right now, and
no, he's not.
I think they're doing a great thing. Now, at least, Jay, step out of your little fucking moody bubble, all right, and realize that there could be a lot worse. People even bashing Michael Cole. Michael Cole's a fucking god compared to some of those people we have out there right now, all right?
Absolutely.
It's true. These yahoos getting excited like they got the best seat in the house. Ugh! In professional sports, Jay, golden rule. You stay calm. You don't mark out for the action. You're a professional. Your job is to describe that action in your calm broadcasting voice. You're the master voice. Johnson down to the 30. Unbelievable catch. I don't need you to, whoa! And, oh, look at that. Did you see that? As a way to describe the action. This doesn't tell me anything. Well,
I know.
Kevin Kelly does it. Oh, that's quite the goal there. You want to be the next Kevin Kelly. Way to really set your goals high, kid. I have never felt so uncomfortable than when I had to watch ROH with Kelly and Carino. Holy shit. You had Dumbo the Smark and your dad's jokes in the corner dropping lines that you could have swore were in the early Saturday Night Lives. Describe the action, please, guys, and watch your goddamn levels. Please.
I've been working alongside Hutch Henry's the past 4 years. He's been yelling at me for 4 straight years, yelling at the audience
he does that.
About wrestling.
You can't tell him because he takes everything so personally. But listen, if you're going to make a service, if you want to be a commentator your entire life, you want to make a job out of this, then do it professionally. Look like a sports commentator. Do it right. Watch the 4 major sports in the world right now and just watch how they're doing it. Please, don't mark out for the action because that just is... I can do that myself. Isn't that what I'm supposed to be doing? I don't want to hear you overload my television, rattle the glass table that it's on.
Well, I'm 100% happy that you said that. And before we go, I'd like to offer just one piece of advice to the boys and girls of the new generation of pro wrestling.
Preach.
We have to get off our fucking phones when we're in the locker room. There's guys out there that broke into this business that didn't have cell phones.
Yeah.
It's arrogant. When these legends come walking in the locker room, especially in Ontario this past little while with Ricky Steamboat, with Rip Rogers, with much of the talent, when they're trying to give you a seminar,
and
you're sitting there on your fucking phone, texting or playing video games, they don't appreciate that.
Yeah, and when they do finally listen,
out there that
when they do
get
want
off
to listen,
the fucking phones, man.
Yeah, right. And then when they want to pay the respect, they ask, "Can I get a picture with you?" And they would put it online on their phone. That's just unbelievable.
Enough with the selfies.
Yeah.
They don't like selfies unless you're at some sort of convention.
You do.
They don't want... I'm telling you, they're fucking tired of it, man. Ricky Steamboat all weekend long is... everybody is so happy about some seminar he did. When Ricky Steamboat pulls a seminar as he does 3 or 4 times daily, he doesn't want some mark fucking putting it up there that, we're under the learning tree. Because really, let's face it, you're not in an hour and a half going to learn what Ricky Steamboat fucking knows.
Fair enough. Yeah. You got to live that life with him. You got to do it. That man's life is collecting $10 to teach you a seminar. His life is that.
Yes, but the fact that you're the millennials are putting him on Facebook that I got trained, I got fucking tagged. Even no disrespect, but the Deaners, the Tysons, all these guys are running seminars. Like there are fucking seminars offered to you all across the countryside on a daily. There's more seminars than there are wrestling matches right now.
It's true.
In Ontario, and that's a fact.
Fair enough. I appreciate that you said that, actually, because I think the stats are there. It's true. People want to teach, you know? This line doesn't transcend into wrestling like it does other fields. You know, the one, if you can't do, you teach. That's not necessarily true. But these guys, like...
Except if you're Dory Funk Jr.
Well... That's ouch, but I mean, he runs schools. He's trained.
He can't get in the ring right now. Neither can hardly race. I mean, all they can do is fucking teach.
They just sit on the outside and just yell, like, you know, do it like that. But that's the thing; these guys get all like worked up when trying to describe wrestling. Like, you know, you got to get in there. You got to fucking do it like this. You got to fucking do it like this. They got all worked up. They have to get in the ring in order to physically show it. And then they're, like, throwing out their knees, and they end up hurting themselves. No, I'm all right. No, this old man is fucked.
Look what happened to Stu Hart.
Yeah, well.
Exactly.
Oh.
Dead.
Dude.
Well, I'm saying, like, a lot of people don't fucking think about that.
It's true.
I got just stretched out by Stu Hart. I was in Stu Hart's dungeon. Every fucking mark, wanted to go out to Calgary. Just because they wanted to be in the Stu Hart house. And you work this Stu Hart to stretching you to the point where he's dead. Have some fucking respect, people.
Well, maybe that's where the respect should lay. That's what he died for. That's what he lived for. That's what he was meant to do, what he was put on this planet to do.
I don't think that Stu's last... I mean, you're talking about a guy who's had one hell of a life, millions of dollars, ran a wrestling promotion, fucking... was in the Olympics, I think, or some shit. I don't think, like, his last breath, he wanted to be stretching out Carl LeDuc in the basement of his home.
Maybe he did. I believe
Carl
he did.
Lives on.
Maybe he wasn't sure. But, you know, those dirty gym mats that he never felt the need to wash. Just maybe that was his home, his mattress, his casket. Maybe he just wanted to lay on there forever, roll around with another guy while choking him out. Maybe that's what the meaning of life is to some. You know, we got to respect him for that, okay? And he died a happy man, if that's what he believes.
I respect a hip star, but, you know, it does concern me all the time, and it brings me to my head. Like, if I don't hear from Smith Hart, which I haven't in 2 days, I'm thinking he dead. Like so either he's laying there when his father was stretching some student out at the time that he died.
Yeah.
Like you know, I don't know.
Tough.
Like Ricky, like all these guys get emotional when you talk to them about death or wrestling and them hanging it up, and then they start wrestling again, and then they die.
Hard to be around so many different people, so many eclectic souls, and just watch them drop sometimes. Right. It's hard to think that I can't call this person anymore. Jay, I'd get emotional. You know, these times we spend, we had an entire year, we'll look back, and we'd be like, oh, we called each other 4 times a week, and we talked a lot. Yeah. And when you pass in 3 years, I won't know what to do. I'll tear up every time they bring up your name. That's tough to think about.
Well, it's because you won't do anything. You don't put any effort into like what I'm doing with Smith or Ricky with the Heart and Soul Foundation.
Reaching out for friends,
you won't do anything for me. You'll just remember that we did these podcasts and you know. And
I'll carry on your legacy. Honestly, nobody will be able to tell Jay Moore stories as clearly as I will be. And I can promise you that. I will continue your legacy, my man. Don't worry about it, because the world, 1,000 years from now, even though it was estimated today that it might die 1,000 years from now, I will still make sure that story of Jay Moore is out there.
Of course, and this is, of course, what the world is watching. This is what the world is listening to. Tonight on Hipstar Tonight, brought to you by Driscoll Radio and Coliseum Video.
Happy Tuesday. Tonight on Hipstar Tonight.